Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Etho and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. Now this episode might be a bit of a weird one, so I'm just going to tell you what's going on here, what the deal is. Basically, I've had family visiting these last 2 weeks. Full house here, lots of noise. I haven't been able to record at all. And we've just been working on taking care of some of my dad's stuff. And I got like this one free day now where I can actually record. And then for another 2 weeks after this, I'm going to have more family visiting and same deal, won't be able to record. So I got this very narrow window, this time crunch to get an episode out for you guys. It was actually supposed to be 4 days, like I've been planning for this. It's like, okay, I'm going to have 4 days to do this. It'll be fine. I'll just do some prep work and stuff. I'll make it happen. But then I got sick as well. You might be able to tell I'm still sick. We're troopering through here. I've left it to the last day. And we're just going to see what we can get done today. I'm not going to do any like redstone or any heavy detail work today. We're just going to do big impact stuff. And I'm just going to call it when I run out of time is my plan here. So let's get to it. The good news is I have done some prep work for this episode already. Some stuff for us to check out here. Starting with, look at our base, everybody. Oh, yeah. Remember, this is all grass and stone for most of the season. Well, it's actually all come together here. Got it finished up. We've been trying to experiment with this light baking style where we try to make it look brighter in areas just by the color of the texture, and then we make it fade to different colors. I like this style. Like, I think it looks good, but boy, it take a bit of effort to do. I don't think I'm going to make this my standard style. I'm kind of glad I know I can do it if I want to, but yeah, I'm going to use it sparingly in the future for sure. Because I think it works great with brown colors and like oranges and stuff. But I think if you were to go from like pink to blue, for example, there wouldn't be enough supporting blocks in the game to do that. I first tried to make this gold like we did the mail system, like that gold color, and it just wasn't looking very good. So then I went with these orange colors. Then we did this part over here. And then is like, I did this part orange as well, like those windows up there. I tried making the red and the orange like we had just to keep the style consistent, right? And I found I didn't really like it. It was too much of the same thing. So instead I intentionally transitioned here to blue, like a high contrast block, just for a bit of variation. And I asked myself, okay, what goes with blue? Yellow's a different color that kind of goes with it. And then what goes with yellow, green, what goes with green, orange, and then we're kind of back to square one here. So I don't know if that was the right choice, but I think it looks a lot better than if I just did it all like orange and red kind of colors. It gives it more character. We had to be very careful with this wall because we did not have much space here. This is all our furnace array stuff, and I basically maximized the amount of space we could get. Because if this came in any bit further, we would have lost this little area over here, which I dedicated to like trophies and stuff. Beat Pearl's die deduction on hard. I gave myself a trophy for Ravager Rush for fixing all the bugs. And just so, you know, we could see it at our base here. Then I just threw a painting over here. Now, I got the painting up and put some tools down here. And it's like, you know, everybody's going to try and check. Is there something behind the painting? And honestly, there was no space for it. Except for one block. So what I did is I made a drop down. This is my way to the nether now. So it lights the portal and then breaks it behind us. And then when we go through again, we'll go through our default portal instead. So it's like a quick exit to the nether. Speaking of llamas, we have another exit here as well. This is like a fire escape to the back of our base. I find I use this quite often actually, and it's very tedious to walk all the way around to this area. So that comes in quite handy. Oh, oh, you hear that? That's our clock. Our clock actually works. So as soon as it's possible to sleep, our clock will trigger. Joe slept for us. Thank you, Joe. And it'll ring the bell here. I also hooked it up to... I copied over the villager... Oh, how do I explain this? It's a daylight sensor thing that detects when villager trading begins and ends in the day. That also self-corrects for when it's raining. I copied that in over from my Let's Play, and we got some note blocks to indicate whether it's villager trading time or villager not trading time. And that way I can tell if I should be trading with the villagers just by sound from our clock here. Aha. Which You might be wondering why we don't have any villagers. Yes, we do! Behind the emerald door, everybody! Oh, how do we open the emerald door? Is it this button? This lever here? Nope. That's for our auto brewer. Now, if we want to get through this, there's actually a little secret trick to it. Now, you all know the trick of like taking off your armor or putting armor on to trigger the skulk sensors. That's not it. No, what it is you have to... It takes a bit of practice to do. You have to put something on and take something off all within a second. You got to be pretty specific with it too. Like if I'm a little slow on it, it won't work. You got to be pretty quick. You only got the... Oh, trading time just started, I think. There we go. Yeah, you got to be pretty fast on it. Trading time just started. That means they're refreshing their trades. I've been mostly trading iron. We're using the new villagers, right, where stuff is more expensive. And I gotta say, there's not a lot of trades you can do that are worth it. Like, less than I was expecting. I was trading glass bottles for a while, but now it's like 4 for 1. And it's like, that's not happening anymore. These guys, they have hoppers underneath them, so I can just toss this stuff out and they'll go into storage, which is always nice. The main thing I wanted was glass trades. And I can use compasses to make maps. Again, bookshelves, 4 for each. Ooh, it's pretty pricey. I was going to use these guys for bookshelves, but I think I'm going to have to stick with cows at that price. And I need name tags as well for things. So that's the main reason I wanted these guys. I've gone the whole season without villagers, and I got to say, I like it a lot, actually, not having them. It's just like a couple specific things. It's like, man, I don't want to shovel sand. I really should get some villagers, right? So, ended up getting them here. And I have pretty good book trades on them. Like, a lot of these are like perfect prices. Let's see. I got Aqua Affinity, Loyalty, Knockback. I did do the curing on these guys once as well. I got Infinity Book. This is a really good one. So I got Unbreaking 3 for 1, Fire Protection 4 for 1, Multi-Shot, and Infinity all on one guy, all at 1 each. So that's pretty crazy. Flame, Knockback, Luck of the Sea, Piercing. This guy's kind of trash. Punch 2, trash. Silk Touch, good. You can get... So this surprised me. You can get Breach and Density from villagers. I don't think you get the Wind Burst one, though. That's the one you really want. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, I did not put a lot of effort into this villager room, as you might have been able to tell. I kind of just whipped it together one day. And looking at it now, it's like, I should maybe put some more detail on the floor, maybe switch up the tough blocks a bit. You know, a little more detail could go a long ways with this. But it's also one of those rooms I don't expect other people to be in very much. This is mainly for me. But the main thing bugging me is the ceiling. I did like a copper ceiling. What block should I use instead? Let me know in the comments. I do like the shape of it, I think. It's just the copper's not really looking quite right to me. And I didn't even do like a secret painting over here. It's like, oh man, I'm just dropping the ball like crazy on this room. Oh well. Might give it a little bit more love in the future. Anyways, moving on here. Prickles made it to this season. I'm also not so sure about this wall over here. This might be a little bit too much. I might have got a little carried away with the bright blue here. Same reason as that over there. Is just for variety. We copied the ceiling over to this section as well, just to try to tie the base together better. But also I did something here with like, it's got some funny shape to it. And you might look at that and it's like, how on earth did Etho arrive to that? Like, that's not a normal shape. And it comes down to the fact I'm hiding the dirt above. Like, we're trying to maximize the amount of space to the utmost degree here. There's a dirt garden like right above that for the outside. And that's the whole reason we go down the stairs here, is just so we could have a little bit of height in the room. We added in this a while ago. I don't know if I ever showed it though, but it's like one of my storage units, but for enchanted books. So let's say I want to enchant, oh, I don't know, a crossbow. We throw the crossbow shulker box in there, and then we got all our crossbow enchantments. If we want to do a mace, what do we got in the mace box? Oh, that happens sometimes, and that's something I'm going to have to try to figure out if I ever do this in the future. Like, it'll just shoot the box out instead of going down into the hopper, which is kind of annoying. Let's see. Yeah, mace, we got our breach, density 4. This is for anything I haven't sorted yet. I just throw it in here. But Windburst could go in here, so now I can move that over. So this is kind of like a nice, simple way of doing your enchantments, keeping them compact and all together kind of thing. I've added in a netherite crafting station as well. So we got all this stuff for making netherite gear. Like, for example, I should add a netherite to my shovel, something I haven't done yet. We have an automatic netherite upgrade system, so we just got to feed this thing diamonds and it'll auto craft it for us. So we had 3, now we got 4. What that is doing is it's shooting, the crafter shoots 2 of the upgrades up and then 1 goes back down, so it never runs out in here. And then it also shoots a netherrack in here, so it never runs out of that. And then the diamonds just go in and fill up the spot. When it detects that, it crafts it for us, which is pretty nice. So we just feed it diamonds and we get netherite upgrades, as many as we need. We can grab one of these. You see it went to 3 and then to 5. Then we can grab our netherite. We got our netherite upgrader right over here. So this is actually probably one of the most functional bases I've ever made in this game. I love it a lot, actually. It's so good. I think I've shown this before, like how our enchanting room works. Like, this is actually a display for how much stuff is in the barrels, which I think is so cool. So right now it shows there's none. There's at least 1. The block extends by 1. If there's 4 of them in, it extends to 2. You might have noticed I just accidentally right-clicked this and rotated it, which is kind of annoying. But on Hermitcraft, we actually have a way of not doing that. We can go to this, and if we go to set to 2, it locks the item frames. So now I can't rotate this or punch it out or anything. So I'm going to do that with all of these. Yeah, I really don't have any excuses anymore. Like, we're over a year into the season and I got the netherite station now. I can't be walking around in this plain Jane old armor anymore. Like, all the other hermits look so cool. They got custom trim all figured out, nice colors. I never really figured out like which one is Etho. I think I like the coast one, but I really need to go through them one day and like actually figure out like what is my favorite. But let's get something going here. I do have backup armor made now, just in case I want to switch to that, or if there's an emergency and I need it for something. I'm not going to cry anymore. I got a backup plan at least. Let's do them all. Let's go for pants, shoes. I guess chestplate too. Why not? All right, let's see how this goes. I like the helmet. I think I like the pants. Maybe the boots are cool too. I don't like the chestplate. Chestplate's kind of crummy. But we're not going to be wearing a chestplate. How's this look? This isn't too bad, right? I think this looks pretty good. Now, you might be wondering, Etho, you got the basement done on your place. What about the upstairs? Did you get that done? And I am very happy to tell you that we will eventually one day get this done. But probably not this episode, unless things go really well. But I'm not too worried about this, honestly. Like, we're not going to do any redstone stuff up here, so it should go quickly when we do decide to focus on it. I'm thinking probably bedroom over here. Maybe a loom station or something. Maybe a pottery station for the sherds. And then like a kitchen over here. That would be like the main functional stuff we could do that doesn't need like any redstone to it. Because there's no space outside the building. The reason all that stuff is downstairs is because we can hide it underground. I never knew this. It actually gives you a display on the armor stand. Oh, I kind of like that. Yeah, I wasn't feeling coast on the pants. Even though they're called never washed. This is much better. Oh, I got a smiley face now. I got a smiley face clothes. I love that. And he's got a headband on, just like me. I keep wanting to check this like every episode. I want it in the episode, but I keep forgetting. So this has been here since March. I finally am going to do it in this one. I haven't heard what the horn of the month is for March. Whoa! 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 Okay, I have actually heard this. Cub's been playing this. That's a good one. Speaking of llamas, I actually spent some time with Cub the other day and Jevin. We played some of the games in the gaming district that Cub made, and I thought I'd include that this episode for a bit of fun and variety as well.
You hit this button and then it goes 3, 2, 1, go. And then we start to fill this as fast as we can until it's totally filled with a stack of items from here. I'm going to hit the button.
I'm gonna commentate. Ladies and gentlemen, oh my God, Etho is in the slight lead. Oh, it's going fast. Etho's still in the lead. Etho's got it.
Oh man,
He's got it. He got it.
woohoo! GGG. Dude, I opened my inventory at the end there. It freaked me out. I thought it was over.
3, 2, 1. Go. Oh, it's neck and neck. It's neck and neck. Etho pulling ahead a little bit. And
Oh, snappers!
man.
What the heck, you dude? Oh my God, you cheated.
Gamer,
These guys are
gamer.
fast.
$30 Logitech mouse can't be beat.
Haha, let's go.
So you stand here. This is the control panel. So you have rock, paper, scissors
Right.
right here. And you flick one of these levers down. We do like 3, 2, 1, shoot, and then you pick one like this.
Okay.
If
Okay.
you win, you get fireworks.
You know what they say, Jevin? Rock always wins.
Don't tell him that. He's standing right there.
Rock
Now
always.
he's gonna do paper every
Rock
time.
always wins.
Oh, I see. Wink, wink. I see
Wink,
what
wink,
you're doing.
wink,
Wink, wink. I
wink.
see what you're doing. Yep.
All right, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Draw. Okay.
Draw.
I can't believe you actually went rock.
Why
That's
did I
so
pick rock?
bold.
Rock always wins. What do you mean?
3, 2, 1, shoot.
No, he picked rock,
Oh,
and he
Rock
won
always
because rock always
Took
wins,
your
Jevin.
strategy and beat you with it.
Oh
That's
no!
one. That's one. You ready?
He's in
Ready?
your head
2,
now,
1,
Etho.
shoot.
He's in your head.
Oh.
Dude,
okay.
should have picked rock.
All-
Rock always
All
wins.
about the mind games.
3, 2, 1, shoot.
Oh,
3, 2, 1, shoot.
lose.
Oh.
But that pattern, you shouldn't have been able to predict that pattern. That was a crazy pattern.
That is a crazy pattern.
The algorithm has failed me.
All right, 2, 2.
3, 2, 1, shoot. 2.
Draw.
Oh, ooh, okay.
He's got your number, man.
Draw.
Okay.
Ooh,
Now
okay.
we're just
okay.
gonna be stuck on rock here for a while.
Bit of
huh?
a Mexican
Okay.
Might-
standoff we got
Might
here,
be a bit of a
fellas.
rock situation. No, he's stuck with it. Are you kidding? Oh,
Listen, I mean,
man.
you're the one who said rock never loses.
I know,
All right,
but
it's 3 to 2. 3 to 2.
you don't go 3
Alright.
times in a row. That's dangerous. It'd be
No,
really
it's
crazy
not
if you went
good.
4 times in a row, though. That would be
It would
really
be
nuts.
It would be nuts. All right, 3, 2, 1, shoot.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Whoa, what? What?
my
Oh, you
God.
greedy.
3, 2, 1, shoot.
Yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
3, 2, 1, shoot.
Back to the
Wow.
old master.
Way to lock in, Etho. Way to lock in.
man.
Locking in. I just need one more, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep, you got one more win. All right, 3, 2, 1, shoot.
Rock always wins.
What a
Rock
win.
always
Wow.
wins. Let's
5
go.
to 3, GG.
Cubs, you are
GG.
absolutely washed at this game.
I thought I had him in the first half. Not gonna
Dude,
lie.
you were in my
Yeah,
head
we
there
did,
for a
yeah.
moment. I was starting to panic, but
I mean, you did beat Scar,
Well
so
done, well done. Etho, you got to put a sign on the board. You got to
Yeah.
put a sign on the board commemorating your victory.
all right, everybody. Well, I took a little bit of a break here. Oh boy. Okay, let's try that again. All right, everybody. I took a little bit of a break here, and I think my voice has gotten a little bit more raspy. So I'm sorry about that. We're just gonna have to bear with it for the rest of this episode. I do want to try to do a project with you guys before we wrap things up here, and I did a little fly around, some stuff we could do. There's lots of things, but I think I want to do the Ravager Rush building today. This is like a big impact thing we can do that hopefully won't take very long, and I think it's going to be very satisfying to finally get this done. When it comes to making shops, I think the big thing I like is to clearly identify what the shop is. So, big wood, beacons, labeling stuff is great. You got Cub's horn shop there. You can see he's also got like a visual, the horn built above it. So that way, when someone sees the building from a distance, they know exactly what it's all about. We kind of want to do something similar. And it can also be done through theming, like you see at Joel's honey shop here. He's got bees around it. He's got honey dripping out. So I'm thinking of putting a label above the door here of what our shop is. Like it's both, right? But we got to choose one as our primary. And for frog lights, there's only so much we can do with it. Like we just put some frog lights out at the front here and that's about it, right? But if we go for Ravager Rush as our main theme, we can do frog statues. We can do Ravager statues. There's a lot of like theme elements to pick from. We got the swampy area, cattails, lily pads. We got a lot of stuff to choose from. There's the road. We could make some cars, whatever. So I'm kind of leaning towards the Ravager Rush as the better choice. So that's what I want to put above the door here. Now, how are we going to do that? First thing I want to do is just take a measurement. So if we go to the side of the building here, 318 on this end, and then if we go all the way to the other end, we'll just get a rough idea of the scale we got to work with here. 283. So what is that? That's about 35-ish blocks. We'd probably want to split the rush on a second line. Ravager is 7 letters. So if we do three wide letters, like this typical 3x3 font, that would give us 21 plus 6 for the spacing between the letters equals 27. Okay, that's probably about what we can handle. If we had more space, we could do more stylized letters, like go up to a 4-block font kind of thing, but I think we got to stick pretty standard with this. Okay, so we figured out what we want to do. Now we got to figure out how we're going to do it. What blocks are we going to use for our color palette of the sign? So we need to choose, I would say, a font color or a range of colors, and then we need a background color, and we need a border color for around the sign as well. This serves to highlight the letters. It also makes it look like a more complete object if we enclose it, and instead of just like floating letters, right? So these are 4 options to choose from. I'll give you a hint. One of these is a do not choose option. This one over here. So we don't want to just combine 2 random block types. Like, even though this is right, I would say, you could use this in a certain situation where you have a bright font and a dark background. That's perfectly fine. But in our case here, we want it to match our theme of Ravager Rush. And if we go look inside the game here, you will notice we do not have any quartz inside here anywhere. And we actually don't even have a whole lot of mud anywhere in here. So this is not a good choice for bringing that feeling of our game to the outside. So out of these 3, I actually think I like this one the most. It gives that froggy, swampy vibe, right? The green color is good. This is more like a cheery, happy vibe. And this is a bold, kind of strong vibe, I would say. Like, it really stands out the outside, dark color. The problem with this one, no slabs for the moss. So if we want a smooth looking sign, not going to happen with that. The issue with this one is we don't actually have that mangrove color in the game. We have it in the office here, I realized, but not in the game. So I think our option to choose is actually this one. This is higher contrast. You would think it would be better, but I don't think we need that much contrast. It's almost too much. This looks more mellow. It's more pleasing to the eyes, I would say. And because we're using glass, we have the potential to hide lighting behind the letters and light it up that way. And maybe even add some kind of gradient with the glass if we play with the colors. I don't know about this green moss section though. We might try put something else there. Where are we going to put our letters exactly? Like, we want them above the door, but if we look at this, our door is a nice arch, like the nice U shape going on here. So maybe we do the same with our letters. We'll make it kind of hug that shape where it'll go like a U-shaped rainbow around the door as well. I think we should center them because they're going to be about the same size as the front of the building. There's no point really putting them to the left or the right. And general building rule, I don't think we want them flush with the door. Flat is not good. So that narrows it down to centering it, and we either want it to stick a few blocks in front of the door or behind the door. Now, generally when I build doors, I will almost always do an innie door, not an outie door. I like innies. Not talking about belly buttons. You see how it kind of concaves, funnel shapes towards the door? That's generally better when you're doing redstone stuff because you can hide the redstone easier that way. But I did something a little special with this build. I wanted to challenge myself to make a big grand entryway. And if we look at the shape of our building, it sticks out. So maybe we just keep that. We'll make the letters go inward. Maybe we'll try like around here. Actually, this is good because it's centered with this. And where do we want them exactly? Let's look down from the ground. We might be able to go... Let's go 1 block lower, actually. Let's try here. You just want to make sure we can read it from the ground. This is going to be the hardest letter to read. And we can see the full block from here, so that's good. Gets easier the farther away we are. Check this out, everybody. So this is my first episode trying to use flashback. I'm in the learning phase here. I know I'm not supposed to show you this behind the scenes view of it. I'm supposed to export the video and then use it in my episode kind of thing. But I can just like fly around the scene. I record myself building the sign here. And I can like speed it up and stuff. It's so cool. Hopefully in the future I can get better at using it here. But I thought I'd just kind of show you how it works and stuff. So I can save replays of myself doing stuff in game and then play them back and view it from different angles, set up cameras, and then hopefully create some cool cinematics in the future here in my episodes. I wonder if like Walmart and Target and all those big stores, if they've ever done research on like what is the perfect size of font for their stores. Like if there's a mathematical formula they use for it, because this is pretty big. I don't know if, like, obviously there's a point where it can be too big or too small. I just don't know what that is. I think it's going to be fine though, right? It's not too bad. You can very, very clearly and easily read it, which is good. So we added in some speedy lines there next to the rush as well, because we have to fill that space with something. And I think that works out pretty good. I moved Pearl's frog coin shop over here, just off on the side. And I think we'll connect the path of this up to like around here where it splits off to Tango's.
Have a lozenge.
I just had one actually. This has improved Etho right now.
This is the best you
This
got.
is as good as it
Okay.
gets.
It's fine. I got to tell you, don't be self-conscious about it. It's just put you in a nice, gravelly, raspy, cool place.
Mhm.
It sounds
Yeah.
real good.
Yeah.
It sounds good. It's good.
I'm scrapping this episode. This is trash. I don't think we're going to bring this back. I think it's gone for good. Because I just keep the store open all the time. I used to shut it down for like a week after every month. We got to figure out what we're going to do next here. And I for sure want to do some kind of frog statues in the front here. Probably on each side of the door would be cool. We got these spots already kind of figured out. And I don't think we need to really get that complicated with it. I'm pretty much just going to copy one of these guys over to each side. And they are 7 blocks wide. Okay, so 7 blocks wide. Maybe we do like a layer in front of this, just so it's all one solid color. And then I'm thinking we put them up on a pedestal kind of thing out of tough blocks, probably. So maybe we'll go 2 blocks high and somehow put the frog on top of this. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's perfect. They're going to be right on the edge, but it should be fine. Let's do one that's just like 1 block tall to see which we prefer. I think that one for sure. All right, I'm starting to figure out how to use the cameras in Flashback. It's super simple. You just set up keyframes and then it smoothly transitions between the different cameras you set at different points. So we can watch us building the frog. It's going between 3 camera viewpoints here. Very smoothly. Get the grass down and we are done that frog. You know, I think if we really wanted to, we could call this done at this point. I think it looks pretty good. I did incorporate some frog lights in the front here as well, just so it's, you know, a little bit more clear that this is a frog light shop. The frogs kind of give it away as well. Yeah, I think this is good as is, but I want to like really make this good. So I'm going to put a little bit more effort into adding a few more details to this. I want some Ravager statues. For sure, and we haven't built those yet, so we got to figure out how to do that from scratch here. And I'm almost thinking like having a Ravager poking his head over the top of the sign, looking down at these guys or something would be cool. So that's what I want to try work out here. So when it comes to sculpting things or figuring out statues, I like to go just look at the source, what I'm trying to copy. And then I look for the main details on that thing, as well as the colors are important. Okay, so key features on these guys, they are mostly forehead. Like half their face is there, and then it's his forehead for the other half. They got the big horns sticking out from the side, the big nose, of course, green squinty eyes, and then the giant unibrow. This, I think, is some kind of muzzle or chain or something. And this is almost like a sea lantern color. I'm just looking at these guys trying to figure out what colors to use. This is like way too busy. I thought maybe the tough. This is also way too busy. Like I thought this would be kind of the middle of the head color. And it's close, but I don't know. And this is like too dark. Mud is pretty close, I would say. But I almost want to do... Like, we're not actually trying to recreate these guys. We just want something that is in their image. Something that you can look at it and you know it's a Ravager. But because we're making an arcade game, I almost want to make it more cartoony. And smooth blocks are great for cartoon. And then if we go with this, we have this for the darker parts, like maybe the nose. All right, I'm going to try and make a couple mock-ups. I think at the very smallest, we can do a 5 wide. Because you got the nose in the middle. And the eyes were... Oh, I already forgot. Let's go look. Let's go look. The eyes are above the nose. Okay. They are actually above it. So, I got the quartz for the eyes. We want a green color. I'm thinking this is probably the closest. And then we want the unibrow. Unibrow goes above that. I figure this will work good for that. And then we just need a bunch of forehead. Is what it comes down to. How does this look? It kind of looks like an illager. We might be close here. We might be close. I don't hate it. Yeah, that's not bad. With the horns, that makes a big difference. Now, we also have the option to make it a little bit more goofy. Like more cartoony. Like, can we make them look angry in any way, I wonder? Not like that. I think this has to stay there. That's interesting, because I think this is actually closer to the color they are. But it's just way too busy. It doesn't look very good. I think I want to go with the cartoon style. I want to try a different color for the eyes. I think I like that more, actually. It goes with the quartz better. Gives it a bit more character. Or maybe we can use that as like a mouth. It's not a very exciting expression is the only problem. Like, I want to try and make them look a little bit more cartoony, like more fun. Because it's supposed to be a fun game, right? Okay, that does a lot. Wait a second. Ooh, I like that. I wonder if we can give him a big eye too. Okay, now it's not what they actually look like, but I think that's what we need to do. More stuff like this. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we're on the right track now. Okay, everybody, well, my voice has definitely reached a new low. It's like I stop to pause every once in a while to rest my voice, and when I go to record again, it's just worse and worse and worse. But we're also pretty much out of time this episode. So I just did the rest of this off camera, just tried to plow through it, and then ran out of time. So we didn't get the full building done, but we got the front all taken care of, which I'm pretty happy about. Very happy with how these Ravagers turned out. They were so much fun. I actually decided to give them like full bodies and make it look like they were on the roof as well. I gave them tails. They don't actually have tails. I also decided to give the sign a little bit of a makeover here. It was okay. Like I was fine with it, but it just looked a bit flat and didn't really have a lot of personality. So I wanted to incorporate some more color with it with different types of stained glass. And I got the idea of maybe doing some kind of nature scene where we still have that gradient idea of going from like blue to green to the brown ground. But we also have the nature scene, which fits our game very well because the whole goal of Ravager Rush is to go from the city and try to get back to nature. And now it's kind of encapsulated into our sign for the game. But yeah, anyways, we did pretty good here. We got quite a bit done. We're going to have to come back to it in the future and finish things off, but this is how it's looking right now. We got our Ravager Rush sign with the nice colorful nature theme. We got our frog statues, our frog lights. They actually kind of lead us towards the door too, which I like. think that turned out pretty good. We got fires on the sides. That's just to kind of focus your view onto the whole scene. And then we have my favorite thing here, the Ravagers at the top. I had some trees on the side just as a bit of a flare thing to try and make it look a little bit more fun. And I did not forget about Snake, our buddy. So that's the guy in the middle of the course here. Decided to add him to the build as well. He's riding the middle Ravager. And this is also pretty fun. I decided to try and make it look like they're riding minecarts that are almost like souped up go-karts. So we probably got to look at from a distance here. But yeah, I gave them like wheels and a track in the back here. Some parking lights and stuff on it. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode despite my voice. Sorry for that. And I'll probably be in good fighting shape here in a couple weeks. Anyways, thanks for watching. You have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.